Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we explore the creative uses of AI, and today we are exploring Synthesia, an AI avatar generator that allows you to create AI-generated spokespeople who look and act naturally with full expression and emotion to sell your product, communicate with your customers, or otherwise communicate information in a dynamic way that can save you literally days of production time.
And if you had not deduced by now, all of that you just saw were AI avatars, even the one of me. Now I am in the flesh with you right now, but what you saw before was generated just from, in that case, an audio file, or I could have used text-to-speech chosen from many different voices and avatars. And that's what Synthesia is all about, and that's what we're going to walk you through today. There are so many really cool use cases for this technology. If you have a lot of content to deliver, let's check out their webpage real quick and then we'll get into the actual program. Turn text to video in minutes, studio quality videos with AI avatars and 130 plus languages. It's as easy as making a slide deck. And guess what? If you don't know how to make a slide deck, you don't have to worry about it. It'll make you one anyway. So here's a basic gist of how it works. It starts with typing in the text, choosing a
Hey, I'm Julia, one of over
language.
160 AI avatars available in Synthesia. In a few clicks, you can create a free video just like this one. See for yourself and try it out today.
It allows you to create videos from uploading PDFs and other documents. I'm going to demonstrate that for you because it is incredible. And as she just said, you can try it for free. And all you have to do is type your script once and then you can translate it into multiple languages and get things like this.
Hey, I'm Ada, one of Synthesia's stock AI avatars. I'm looking forward...
Or German.
Hallo, ich bin Ada, einer der KI-Avatare von Synthesia.
Or French.
Bonjour, je suis Ada, l'un des avatars IA de Synthesia.
Spanish.
Hola, soy Ada, uno de los avatares de IA de Synthesia.
Or over 130 others. I'm going to put on headphones now so I can hear what I'm doing, and let's dive into the actual interface. So here's the home page, and you have access to creating a new video, the AI video assistant, which I'm definitely going to show you because I'm extremely excited about that. And you can import a PowerPoint presentation of your own and then add avatars to it and flesh it out that way. We go to the templates section and you will see that they have pages and pages of predefined templates, and each template has several pages within it. It's just like PowerPoint if you're familiar with that. For example, if I choose this presentation here, you'll see not only that you're allowed to use multiple avatars in one presentation, but there's the whole theme of the presentation, and you can choose these slides as you're building your presentation, just like you would in other presentation software. Let's just choose this template as an example. We'll just click on Use, and we'll just make some basic changes. You'll see it's only brought up one slide, but if we want to add more slides, which you probably would, you would click the plus sign, and as I just showed you, you now have access to all the other slides in that template. For right now, let's just go back to this scene. All of these elements you can move around or switch out, changing the text here just like you would in PowerPoint. I am new text. I can select it. I can go over here, choose a different font if I want to, add shadow, make it bold, change the color. You know how this works. I can just delete this logo if I want, and let's just change out the avatar by selecting her, and of course I can move her around as well, and choosing Replace Avatar. So now we have access to all the avatars in the program. The ones with the little stars by them mean that they are expressive. They are going to interpret the script and make their expressions and their emotions fit that. And then of course you have many others that don't have that feature but still look incredibly realistic. And I'm talking many others. Different themes, wearing work outfits, and you noticed, of course, at the top, there's even a Bob Doyle avatar, which I could use in this scene, but the way that it's built is the entire background is part of it. But that's not really a problem, because if I really wanted to use me, I could just click circle over here under Replace Avatar, and now I can place this around, and it's not weird that I'm on a background. But let's go back and choose an actual person. How about this time we'll use Francesca. We'll do full body. And we'll type in a little something for her to say. Hi, here's a little secret. My name isn't really Fran at all. They made that up to protect my identity. That's right. I'm part of the witness program. Oops. Probably shouldn't have said that. Then we can choose the voice and the language. So right now, it defaults to Francesca, mature, and US English. And we can preview what that sounds like by clicking right here.
Hi, here's a little secret. Isn't really Francesca at all. They made that up to protect my identity. That's right, I'm part of the witness protection program. Oops, Probably shouldn't have said that.
Now, check out that emotion in there with the oops. Come on. So that's really great. Now, you'll notice, of course, that the mouth wasn't moving there. That happens when you actually generate the video. This is just a preview. You'll notice that the text was animated and it came in at a certain time. If I choose the text here, you'll see I get parameters for changing it. There's an animation setting here that says to enter at the word hi, and then to exit at the end of the script. Now we could add more text up here. We can add shapes. We can add other video or images. We can do screen records. All of these things can go into part of this presentation. We can even choose music. If you've got music checked, then whatever music you have selected here will play as part of your presentation. And you can preview it by clicking the play button. Okay, let's say we wanted to use that instead. Click on Add. We'll go ahead and leave the volume at its default. And let's just click Generate. Here you will want to add a title and a description if you want. I'm just going to black that out. If you've typed a script, you have the ability to include captions. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And let's click on Generate. Right now it's saying it has about 4 minutes remaining. Sometimes they seem to overestimate how much time it's going to take, which is always great. It's done a little earlier than you expected, but it doesn't take a tremendously long time. Here you can see the other videos I've done. You might recognize these characters from the beginning of this video that you're watching now. Okay, that actually ended up taking maybe 90 seconds, not even 4 minutes. So now let's check it out.
Hi. Here's a little secret. My name isn't really Francesca at all. They made that up to protect my identity. That's right. I'm part of the Witness Protection Program. Oops. Probably shouldn't have said that.
I like the way she did this sort of at the end. So that's using a template. You can also, of course, just start from scratch by clicking on New Video, start from blank down here, and it will bring up a blank screen with one avatar. So I'm going to replace it with my avatar. Now with this kind of avatar, it's actually a full screen deal. That's not like I'm superimposed on front of any background I want. For that, I would use the studio avatar, which we'll be featuring in part 2 of this Synthesia series. So I've got a couple of options here. I can, of course, type a script like we just did, and it will automatically use the voice that it cloned of me when I recorded the source video to create this avatar. Or if I wanted to, I could replace the voice completely with somebody else. In the case of the opening here, I uploaded an audio file and then it drove the facial animation of this AI avatar. Now, unlike the avatars we've looked at so far, this image of me, I can't move all around because the nature of a personal avatar is it's based on a full screen image. You can be in any location when you create this avatar. In my case, I just put myself in the studio that I always use so that I could use this when I needed to. Because here's a great use case. I can't tell you how many times I have recorded one of these videos and then realized I'd forgotten to actually record the camera feed. But I've got all the audio of me talking. This is a way that I could save this video and actually put me in the video by just using the audio that I did record to drive the animation. And then you'd get something that would look like this. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we explore the creative uses of AI, and today we are exploring Synthesia. In this case, let's actually type a script, something very short so it won't take a lot of time to render. Hi, this is something short so it won't take a lot of time to render. We'll leave it with my voice so you can hear what that sounds like in English.
Hi, this is something short, so it won't take a lot of time to render.
Okay, so let's go ahead and generate that. Okay, here we go.
Hi, this is something short, so it won't take a lot of time to render.
Okay, so now what if we wanted that in a different language? We can go right up here to these 3 little dots and click on Translate. So then we just select the language we want to translate into. In this case, I'll go Filipino, and I will click on Translate. What it will do is create a draft of the video. So now I'm going to click through to edit it again. You'll notice now that my script has been translated into Filipino. They've actually selected a different voice than mine. Let's just listen to the one that they've selected.
Kumusta? Ito ay isang bagay na maikli, kaya hindi ito magtatagal ng maraming oras upang i-render.
That sounds like that TikTok guy. All right, but I want my voice, so let's go choose it. Under Custom Voices. But Bob, you don't speak Filipino, do you? I don't think so.
Kumusta? Ito ay isang bagay na maikli, kaya hindi ito magtatagal ng maraming oras upang i-render.
Well, I guess I do speak Filipino. And if I wanted it in another language, I would simply go back to that original video, click on the 3 dots, click on Translate, click on the language or languages we want translated. For example, we could do French, but then we could also add on top of that Danish. We could also add on top of that polite Japanese, then click Translate, let it do its thing. It's going to have created those drafts again. So then we just go to the draft that we want to render, for example, the polite Japanese. And we can change out the avatar. We can do whatever we want to here. We're not stuck with me doing this. We could change it to a woman. We could change it to whatever we want here. But in this case, we want me to be saying Japanese. So I'm going to go ahead and click my name in here again, and we'll hear what I sound like speaking Japanese. Again, we won't see the lips move until we render this thing, but let's listen.
こんにちは。これは未開物なので、レンダリングに時間はかかりません。
Incredible. Let's go back to the English version so I can show you that if you want to, you can insert pauses wherever you'd like. Hi, this is something short. And if I wanted to, I could add a pause for 1 second, 2 seconds. 2 seconds is too long, so it's there. So it won't take a lot of time to render. The diction button allows you to tweak any of the pronunciations that it does that were wrong. If it had pronounced this render or something, I could go in and say, no, it's pronounced render just by spelling it phonetically here. I don't need to do that in this case. Now let me show you the AI assistant, because this to me is just the best part of this thing. You get to choose a template just like you would any other project. Let's just say this one here. Now your source for this video can be a file like a PDF file or Word file, a PowerPoint, or just a text file. Or it could be a link to a website, or it could be just an idea for something that you have. I do voiceover work, and when I first tested this, I was given a script once that was really not well written for a voiceover. It was just sort of a couple of lines of text and then just a bunch of bullet points. It was really a challenge to make something like that interesting. So let me show you the script. This is what it looked like. So I was very curious to see what Synthesia was going to do with a script like this. Because I've already done this and I'm demonstrating it for you now, it might generate something completely different than it did the first time. But I'm just going to drop that doc file right here. It's uploading. Then I can choose how many scenes do I want this to be. 3, 5, 8, I don't know. Just see what it does with 8 scenes. Now I can choose the objective. These are optional, but let's say to persuade viewers to take this protection course. Okay, and then the audience is high-level executives. Language will keep with English. The speaker, who is this person? This is an expert in personal protection. And the tone, is it friendly? It is informative and serious. So that's all we need to enter at this point. We will click Generate Video. It's analyzing the document right now, and there you'll see it has created a script in plain English and all of the slides. So at the beginning when I said, hey, you don't need to know how to make a slide deck, it does it itself. Now, you may want to go in here and tweak all these elements just like you would with any other template, but most of the groundwork has been laid for you. If it really missed the mark, you can click Generate again and again and again until it gives you something you want. For now, let's just go with this. I'm going to click Continue in Editor. And here's where we can, of course, clean things up, change out graphics, and change the avatar. So let's say I want it to be like a more dominating male figure. So I'm going to click on Replace Avatar, and I'm going to choose, where is this guy, Joshua. Doesn't he look like he wants, protection? Move him over here. This particular character's voice defaults to Joshua Gentle. I think we can listen to what that sounds like.
Welcome to our course on austere mission planning.
All right, so that's a British accent. This is an American course. I'm going to make it an American speaking it. So I'm going to go down to English. I'm going to choose United States. And I'm going to choose a more booming voice. There you go, booming. Now you'll notice over the script that it generated, sometimes you get these little markers. If I click on that, mixed animation, you'll see that it's chosen a few of these elements up here, and over here are animation instructions. We won't go too deep into that, but the welcome, like we talked about before, it says that these elements should come in when the script says welcome. With a slide in to the right, you've got different animations you can choose, and it previews them, and then exit where it says the end. And all of these little graphics here are instructions for how the text comes in and out. Since I did this before, I'm going to give you a peek at the video that it did before so I don't have to render that other one out.
Welcome to the Austere Mission Planning course for protection teams and security managers. This program provides essential knowledge for handling natural and man-made disasters.
I just skip ahead.
Specific guidance, planning with intelligence resources, and effective organizational communications and support. Key topics include security principles in uncertain environments, immediate...
So as a voiceover artist, I was sitting here thinking, wow, this is a value add I could offer to a company like this and say, hey, would you like a video with your voiceover too? Use my own voiceover to drive the avatar, use whatever face I wanted to, and they've got a video that's got all the slick animation and presentation. But maybe you're not doing it for someone else, you're doing it for you, but what a time saver that is. Let's see what it does with a web link. I'm going to choose a different template just to mix things up. Click on web link, and I'm just taking a shot in the dark here. Let's see what it does with awkwardfamilyphotos.com. The objective is simply to entertain. The audience is fun-loving humans with a sense of humor. The tone is humorous, and we'll just leave it at that. We'll click on Generate Video and just see what it even does with this. Welcome to the Awkward Family Photos Extravaganza. Let's kick things off with a classic. A girl, hold on, let's see what it's doing. Oh yes, look at this. It's pulling awkward family photos out. I have to continue in editor. Laugh at hilariously awkward moments. We'll just click through these slides and preview. A girl posing for her school photo. Look at this. I would want to move this out of the way because it blocks the photo. Let's see if I can select all of these. I'm holding down Control, and now I'm moving the whole thing over. And we'll take this picture. Take this out because it's blocking the photo, move this over. In this case, this is attached as a background. I'm going to right mouse click detach as background, and then I can place this image wherever I'd like. I'd probably go through and remove or replace all those logos. This whole thing again, move that over, get rid of this thing, detach from background, expand, move over. I could put something else here, whatever I want to do. Change this stuff up. Bob at wildhair.com. Your site, my site is better than your site.com. Get rid of this thing. And just for fun, let's add me as the avatar. Right now you can't see the avatar. He's invisible, but I'm going to make him visible by unclicking that. I'm going to replace the avatar, choose me, put me in the circle, move me over here, change the voice to me. It did it automatically, and I'm going to click generate. Now this will take a little bit of time because this is a much longer video, but I do want to see what it spits out, don't you? While that's generating, let's look at the last way to use the AI assistant, which is just a freaking idea. So let's just choose a template, playful training video. There's our template. Now let's just click in our idea. 5 unique ways to prepare popcorn. Okay, objective, inform, and entertain. Audience, popcorn lovers. Tone, friendly and fun. Generate video. So now, the only thing I gave it is the instructions, 5 unique ways to prepare popcorn, and here we go. It does the research for me. Hey, popcorn lovers, it just keeps going. So we've got spicy sriracha, we've got sweet and salty caramel. Just real quick, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel and this is the type of stuff you're interested in, why not click that subscribe and notify button? This is the kind of stuff we talk about all the time, and we have a great deal of fun doing it. And if you want to dig deeper into any of these topics, check out our AI Lab Essentials membership. Low cost, but it gives you access to a lot of in-depth information that it isn't practical to share here on these quicker paced YouTube videos, which we're going to get back to right now. Let's continue in editor. And here, of course, we have the ability to change out everything we want. There may not be enough popcorn pictures in here. Look at that, matcha popcorn. They actually got popcorn with green on it. That's insane. So here is spicy sriracha popcorn, but we're not really showing any pictures of spicy or anything. So let's just click that picture, replace image. Now we've got access to Getty Images, Pexels, and Brand Fetch for logos and things like that. Let's just choose Pexels, which we know is free. And we'll just choose, let's just say popcorn. Let's just do spicy. Let's just choose a picture of some peppers. Tropical coconut popcorn. We are missing an opportunity here. On this page, let's demonstrate a couple of other really cool things we can do with some of these avatars. You'll notice this word up here, gesture. That's right, we can give him some movement direction. So how about when he says try coconut popcorn, we could click gesture. He can nod his head yes, he can nod his head no, and he can raise his eyebrows up. So how about we do an eyebrow raise there, drizzle melted coconut oil and sprinkled shredded coconut over your popcorn, and we'll have him nod his head yes there. It's a beachy delight. As I'm looking at Jack here, he's not one of the newer expressive avatars, so I think I want to replace him throughout the entire video so we can get a little bit more fun out of this thing. Why don't we choose Kayla? We'll change all. She's probably been given a voice that's bright. Yes, she has. Let's just listen for a sec.
For a cheesy twist, sprinkle some Parmesan and garlic powder on your popcorn.
Okay, at the word Parmesan, let's add an image of some Parmesan if we can. Parmesan. Well, that's the closest we've got. So we'll put that here, and then garlic powder. Let's do that. And I'll just say garlic. I'm just going to do a picture of garlic here. Move that where I want. And now let's play with the animation a little bit with these. Get these lined up. So with this one here, I want it to enter at the word Parmesan, don't I? So I click New Trigger, click on Parmesan, and now it is lined up there. So now this one here with garlic. So with garlic, I'm going to choose this. Click on New Trigger. I can simply click on the word garlic, and there it is. So now when I play this, we should get this picture of Parmesan fading in, and then this one here, let's give it a different animation. We'll have it scale in. Let's preview this.
For a cheesy twist, sprinkle some Parmesan and garlic powder on your popcorn. It's like a gourmet snack right at home.
So that was easy, and it worked really well. Now you'll see also that it's got some music selected. It looks like inspirational throughout, so I'm imagining it's just going to play throughout the entire thing, but you can change it out per scene too. This is the scene 3 direction, so if we wanted something different at sweet and salty caramel popcorn, I could click here, and let's just see if we can get like some circus music or something funny. Perfect. Just for this slide. Change it for all scenes? No, I do not. That'll actually go off on its own, but I'm just doing it for this slide. So if we go to the next scene, it should be right back to inspirational. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Generate, and we'll let that go. Clicking back to our videos, we can now check in on the Awkward Family Photos video.
Welcome to the Awkward Family Photos extravaganza. Get ready to laugh at some of the most hilariously awkward moments captured on camera.
Look at him smiling.
Let's kick things off with a classic, a girl posing for her school photo. Nothing says awkward like forced smiles and stiff poses. Next up, a family dressed in various hobby outfits. Because nothing bonds a family like matching costumes and questionable fashion choices. Ever seen a ghost baby? Well, this girl has. Her mom took her for a photo, and they got an unexpected spectral guest. Check out these kids posing in Santa's pants. Years later, they still question their parents' judgment. Ho 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 indeed. Here's a brave boy with a terrifying Easter bunny. Nothing says happy holidays like a bunny straight out of a horror movie. Meet the kids with uncombable hair syndrome. Their hair might be wild, but their spirits are even wilder.
Thanks for joining us on this awkward journey. Remember, every family has its quirks, and that's what makes them special. Stay awkward, folks.
Stay awkward, folks! You heard me. That's amazing. If you're interested, for example, in creating content videos for something like TikTok, you can do this in whatever format you want, and all the work is freaking done for you, including the research for the script. And literally, it takes a couple of minutes, and nobody actually even has to say anything or turn on a camera. Okay, while the popcorn video is rendering, let's check out the voices section. Here's where you can create your own voices. They're automatically created when you create your avatar, or you can create voices independently. So let's click on New Voice. It says right here, voice name. Right now I'm going to do a character voice and see how the dialect and the characterization in general transfers over to this clone. So let's just call this guy Clem. He will be speaking English, US, he's a man, and where's my microphone? I'm sure I'm supposed to see a drop-down list of microphones here. Let's just see what happens if I click on Start Recording. Okay, we will now capture your voice when you teach something. Try to be didactic and approachable. Consider taking a break if you're starting to feel tired. All right, let's see what happens.
Hello, and welcome to Sustainable Operations for Manufacturing Facilities. Today, we're going to deep dive into the fascinating world of manufacturing with a twist. We are focusing on sustainability practices that can turn every manufacturing facility into an eco-champion. This is fun. I like this guy. Have you ever realized how much time we spend looking for the perfect gift? It's crazy. Hey there, glad you could join me today. You know, I've got something absolutely exciting to talk about.
Okay, they've all been done. That one's validating. We'll let it finish, and then I'm going to submit voice. I got to do a consent.
My name is Bob Boyle, and I hereby consent to use this audio recording to create a custom voice. I understand that this voice will be used to my account on the Synthesia platform to generate videos and speeches, and anyone with whom the account owner shares access will be able to generate videos and speeches with my custom voice.
All right, here we go. Generate voice. All right, submitted just now. Now, I do not know how long this takes, because the Bob Doyle voice that is generated up there was generated when I uploaded the original video recording that turned into that personal avatar. All right, the voice is ready, so let's click preview and see. And it says you'll be able to use your voice with multiple languages.
This synthetic voice was generated with your recordings. It can be used in Synthesia with an avatar of your choice.
Well, kind of got it. Not exactly as exaggerated and crazy as I wanted it to be. Let's use it real quick with something and see what it sounds like in practice. I'll just do new video. I'll start from blank. By the way, if I click on replace layout, we have options for this particular template. Just what's going to show up on the screen the first time. Right now, I just want this. I'm going to replace the avatar. want to find somebody that looks kind of like Clem. I won't worry about it being an expressive one right now. I don't know that Mike would talk like that, but we're going to see what it looks like. And we're going to turn on background media here, and let's just choose a construction site. We'll choose a video, and we'll have him say something like, "Hey there, I ain't from around here, but I've been around here for a while, if you know what I mean." I don't know why I am saying it like this when I'm typing, like it's going to translate somehow. Let's listen to the preview.
Hey there. I ain't from around here, but I've been around here for a while, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the accent really isn't getting in there, is it? Meanwhile, we've got our popcorn video we can watch.
Hey, popcorn lovers. Ready to spice up your snack game?
Yes!
Today we're exploring 5 unique ways to prepare popcorn. First up, let's try some spicy sriracha popcorn. Just drizzle sriracha sauce over your popped kernels and toss well. It's a fiery treat. Next,
There's our
how
music
about some
change.
sweet and salty caramel popcorn. Melt some caramel, pour it over your popcorn and mix. It's a perfect balance of flavors.
And then right back to the
For
other
a
one.
cheesy twist, sprinkle some Parmesan and garlic powder on your popcorn. It's like a gourmet snack.
Oh, did you see what she did with gourmet?
Feeling adventurous? Try matcha popcorn. Mix matcha powder with a bit of sugar and coat your popcorn. It's a unique, earthy flavor. Craving something savory? Bacon popcorn is your answer. Cook some bacon, crumble it, and mix it with your popcorn. It's a bacon lover's dream. For a tropical vibe, try coconut popcorn. Drizzle melted coconut oil and sprinkle shredded coconut over your popcorn. It's a beachy delight. There you have it. 5 unique ways to prepare popcorn. Which one will you try first? Let us know in the comments, and happy snacking!
I was blown away when I got into this platform. I've been looking at it from afar for a really long time, and I finally got my hands on it, and it more than over-delivered, especially with that AI assistant. If you look at what it would take to create a video like the one we just watched, or the one we did about the protection, or any of the ones that were longer with all the slides and the bullet points, how long would that normally take a person to do? And don't forget the fact that you've got to get somebody in front of a camera, and they've got to give you a good read. Then you've got to edit all that out. Then you've got to remove the background and put them where they want to go. If you've done a PowerPoint or Keynote or that type of presentation in the past, and you've done something that looks even remotely like this, then you know what I'm talking about. It takes a lot of time to create something like this, and in this case, a lot of it is automated with very little time needed to edit. And don't forget that right now, I could translate this into 130 plus different languages if I felt that the world needed to know 5 exciting ways to make popcorn. So in the second part of my coverage, if you will, of Synthesia, I will be making the studio avatar, which is more like what we see here with this woman. There's no background. I can put myself anywhere and more of my body shows. And overall, it's just a higher quality avatar. So I'm excited to share that with you. But once you go through the process of filming yourself for it, it takes about 10 days for them to get the avatar back for you. So it will be at least that long before I get to part 2. But until then, enjoy part 1 and go play with it for yourself and use that free video. I think you'll be pretty impressed. If this is the kind of stuff you like to learn about, well, why not subscribe to the channel? Because this is the stuff I like to teach about all the time.
If you subscribe now, I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you. And I